One of the hot topics going into the elections November 8th is the CPA, the Community Preservation Act. In a nutshell, question 5 on the ballot would provide funds for open spaces and recreation, affordable housing, and historic preservation. They all sound great, but who is going to pay for it? BNEWS invited John Eiler and John Sachs to a BCAT debate to make their views known to our viewers. Both men obviously had great respect for each other during the segments, but each had very specific ideas why the CPA is a positive or possibly a negative for the town.
Yeah, the quick answer is anyone can make proposals. The process is that it could be a board, say the Recreation Commission might come in and say, we'd like to buy a new park somewhere or buy land for a park. They would go to the CPA committee and make that proposal. Say, okay, we'd like to spend this amount of money for this project. That committee would vote on it, and if they like the project, it would then be passed on to town meeting as a warrant article.
It's a personal annoyance of mine that CPA really does not have any allowance for art. We'd have to stretch things to spend it on the sculpture park. We'd have to call it open space or recreation. And personally, who knows? We say it's $70, $80, $90 a year for a home. Then you're talking about, if you own a $6 million building, now you're talking about a bit more money. And this is why the first thing that we did was approach the chamber, because if the chamber was going to launch a huge offensive against this, we might have dropped it. But we never got that message. And in fact, our understanding was that a lot of the major company management in town actually live in CPA towns, and they like what they see.
You're correct. As more join, the bucket of money, or the pie, is sliced into more slices, and there is less to go around. And I should note that this year, revenues going into the CPA trust fund are down 22% relative to the previous year. So one might imagine that even without communities joining, there's going to be a smaller pie for everyone.
That's all for now. Thank you for joining us here in the Election Center, and don't forget to vote on November 8th.